Hey, Stoney here with another game of Mechabellum, and this time we are going to see some Phoenix into Abyss. Let's see how that goes. Let's go at the bottom here. I'm playing as a training specialist with Storms and Hounds. My opponent, Connor, is playing as a giant specialist. He started off with fans and steel balls, but instead of going aggro, he decided to go standard fans and steel balls, which is interesting. Normally we want to go aggro into Storms, but I guess this is, he might potentially sell out of the steel balls because they're just, at least in this current setup, is not as good because the Hounds actually counter the fans pretty hard, and so do the Storms. Alright, steel balls on the side coming in pretty good. And his puny Hounds is just not enough to hold off 2 packs of steel balls. The Stormcallers aren't really getting good shots anyways. I thought I would at least get 1 squad of steel balls at this point, but nope. Good tower debuff. Maybe I'll get another volley. Maybe some of them will land on the steel balls. Fat chance all of them will land on the fangs. But that's okay though. We got some Hounds going. This is actually a lot closer than I thought. I thought for sure the steel balls were just going to fall if you play standard, but nope. Doing pretty well. Alright, round 2. We got subsidized steel balls, but improved Phoenix is where it's at. Improved Phoenix increases the Phoenix's HP by 250%. And what that means is now your regular level 1 Phoenix starts with 4900 HP. A single Sledgehammer starts with 3400 HP, steel balls at 4500. So your Phoenix are tankier than a steel ball in the air while dealing 3400 damage per shot, and there's 2 of them. So it's a great unit to have. It is, you know, as they level, they just become very difficult to deal with. Your typical Phoenix counter, things like Fort AA or your Mustangs, don't work as well because of just how tanky they are. For my Phoenixes, I do run Shield, which effectively doubles their already high HP. So this is a very good card for my comp. And not to mention, I mean, having Phoenix in round 2 is just a great way to cheese your opponent, because a lot of times your opponents don't get AA or they forget to get adequate AA. So in this case, normally if these were regular Phoenixes, these fans would take care of them no problem. But now these fans are just going to take forever to shoot down even a single Phoenix. Alright, pretty sweet. My opponent is Giant Spec. He did take Assault Vulcan. That will give them, and here's the Vulcan. So thanks, Bear-like. I want to go ahead with the Wraith, and I want to build a Wraith Phoenix comp. I'm knowing that my opponent's probably going to take the Vulcan. I just didn't want to commit any more into the ground. At first, I thought maybe I could take like range or mech rage on his Hounds, but it's just not a safe bet. Having Wraith is a lot more comfortable with your Phoenixes later on. Okay, my opponent got the Vulcan, but he decided to sell it this round for some reason. I think, oh no, he didn't. He ended up putting it in his corner, so... So that's a flank right there. 49,000 HP Vulcan. Thank God I had level 2 Phoenixes on standby. Alright, let's look at the front line here. Still no chaff clear. I mean, no anti-air clear. So this level 2 Wraith is just going to have a field day. On the other side, we have a few level 1 fans. Sure, they're going to get to these Phoenixes. They're going to take forever to kill them. And yes, the steel balls are scary, but next turn we're probably going to have another Wraith just standing guard here with even more Phoenixes. Okay, laser sight. Good card. Redeployment. We're gonna double down on this Wraith. I'm gonna put him in the corners in case my opponent tries anything funny. And round 4, Abyss, being a giant specialist, free unlock. The Abyss could be very good if my Phoenixes cannot get to it. So improved Phoenixes, 3400. Abyss starts at 78. So these guys will need to shoot at them 10 times as a pair. Probably more, probably like 12 times. Well, more than 12 times. This one was 6,800 or 6,900. So 10 times is 69,000. Yeah, probably 12 times. That's a lot of shots from a single squad of Phoenix. Hopefully the other guys will come in and help. Alright, we got rid of the flank. Everything on the ground would just die. I think it's now time to sell these Stormcallers, even though they were doing good damage. But eventually they're just going to fall behind and they become good targets for, you know, the Vulcan. Alright, no more Phoenixes on this side. I was a little sad. Also, the Wraith is gone too. I don't have any chaff on the ground anymore, which means the steel balls are just going to have his way with the tower. Maybe I get a lucky tower with these crawlers before the second beam hits. Oh, look at that dodge on the Wraith. That was incredible. And now these two Wraiths are lined up and they're going to get one swiped once they're off cooldown. Ouch. Phoenixes. 2. Come on, let's get that tower. Let's get that tower. Yes. What a clutch tower. One of them was taking damage already. That was a very clutch tower. Okay. Ingsen, pretty good. It actually is good for both of us. Mass-produced Wasp provides a much-needed air chaff. All he needs is some shield. For my opponent, he could try Insane. I think that's not bad. Or he can try tank production. As long as he can keep the Vulcans alive. Alright, we're going to put down air chaff. I'm still debating whether I should do like vertical Wasp versus horizontal into Abyss. I feel like vertical, they kind of bunch up in like a square and still get killed pretty quickly. With the horizontal, if it's still in motion when the Abyss targets it, it will hit like the first few and then the rest will slip through. I don't know, debatable. Alright, Wasp coming in. And hopefully the Wasp will be able to block whatever. Yeah, on the other side. Come on. The Wasp all died, which means... But we do have level 3 Phoenixes now landing shots on that level 1 Abyss. Let's see. No such luck. Okay. That's fine. I still got a pair of level 2 Phoenixes. But there's just so much stuff on the ground. Holy crap. All these tanks, though. That's okay. I think eventually these Wraiths are going to level, and once they do, they should have enough damage or DPS to clear these tanks effectively. It's almost taking down this Abyss. Alright. Got some options. Marksman could be good, but I don't run AA. So I think I'm just going to get a unit to sell. So it's going to be the Phantom, the Raiden. Phantom Rays for my opponent. Probably also for sale. I don't see a reason to keep those Phantom Rays. I'm taking a gun nice and early just so that I can clear these medium-sized units. Once they're gone, these Phoenixes should do just fine. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Marksman. I feel like the Marksman will have a lot better time than his Raiden. At least if you got AA, he can pop down his Wraith pretty quickly. I started to level the tower because we're at round 6, so this is the round that your opponent would typically want to take Swarm Missile. Usually probably like round 5. He still didn't take Efficient Maintenance, which means he's losing 150 every round. Alright, let's see. Okay, no air chaff clear, which is good. And these Phoenixes gets locked onto that Abyss right away, so that's very lucky targeting right now. 8-gun Wraith doing his job, taking down his Phantom Rays. Even though these Phoenixes did their best to bring this Abyss down to half health, but it wasn't able to seal the deal. But that's okay, I still got some level 3s over here. And now the 8-guns are really putting in the work. Okay, coming for the tower. It's gonna get it. Okay, swiping wasps. Fantastic. Probably needs another swipe, if not 2. And now, level 3 Phoenixes getting the job done. Fantastic. Okay, it seems like my comp is stabilized. I don't think I need any other unit type aside from chaff. EM would have been a really good card for me as well, but if it's just a single Abyss with Swarm Missile, there's not much to disable. For my opponent, is probably a must pick. I have primarily air units which cannot be shielded. I'm just gonna have to take it. These poor wasps will lose all their shield, which means my air chaff is going to be a lot worse. But the good thing is I would just keep add-on level 2 Phoenixes every round. Eventually I'll need to take range. This Phoenix has laser sight, which means you'll most likely lock onto this Abyss. We'll see where that EM is going to land. My guess is probably this side, but since the Abyss is here, maybe I want to go this side. Hard to tell because he did put another Abyss on the other side. So my money is right here because of the higher level units. Okay. Relocating Phantom Rays. Late air chaff for my opponent. I think this Phoenix is going to lock on to the Abyss once again with the laser sight. Let's see. Oh, actually, no. This time the crawlers are running ahead. Oh, never mind. It's just a hair. Just a hair. Still locking on. Really good. Okay, now the Abyss is working on to the chaff clear, and our 8-gun Wraith are doing their hardest trying to prevent the tower from falling. Come on. Oh my god, it still gets the tower. That's terrible. Wasn't able to kill this Abyss, and now we got 2 of them. Gets another tower. Disaster. Okay. We probably need triple Mustang. That's a great card for my opponent. Took the Sandworm. I think this is like a temporary thing. I was debating whether I should keep it. A Sandworm could hold up something, but I've decided, you know what? Since I'm targeting these Abyss right off the bat anyways, let's just double tap these Phoenixes, give them charge shot, and bring them down as quickly as we can. Level 2 Phoenix with charge shot, 17,000 per shot times 2. Right? That's what, 35k per shot. That's 6 shots on a level 2 Abyss. Soon to be level 3. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, my opponent took the AA Mustangs. They're really good into the raids, but mostly into these shielded wasps, which means my chaff clear is going to be pretty bad. Did level up the towers once again to level 3. The Abyss missiles are just getting stronger and stronger as they level. Alright, let's see if the Phoenixes can actually bring this Abyss down. Okay, 8 gun. Alright, already locking on. This is really good. This is fantastic. Already down to below half health. And now this leveled 8 gun Wraiths are doing a lot of work. 1 Phoenix left over, able to bring down that 1 Abyss on the far end. These Phoenixes are getting stuck on Mustangs though. We will need some way to get rid of these Mustangs. Okay. So here's the problem, right? We need late chaff clear. I wonder if I should bring back the Stormcallers or should I just add even more raids? Okay, good tower. Allowing the raids to kind of clear everything out. But a single Phoenix, not quite able to bring down the level 2 Abyss. Alright. Sorry about the fast card. There was nothing that was really interesting. I think there was like an advanced defense that you could take. But aside from that, I mean, there's like Crawler or Elite Crawler. Sorry, I didn't take the 1.0 speed. But there was nothing too impactful to the board that we're already playing. Now back to the question at hand. How do I deal with late Mustangs? Specifically late Mustangs after my Wraiths have all died. Well, 2 ways to do it. One way is to take armor enhancement. I had a feeling that these Wraiths didn't get killed because of the Abyss. They were killed because of the Mustangs. This level 2 Mustangs deal pretty decent damage into a level 2 Wraith if you are not armored. Okay, on one side, I think this level 3 Wraith is definitely earning its keep, bringing down as many Mustangs as it possibly can and paving the way for these Phoenixes. And now the Phoenixes was able to bring down this Abyss. Once the Abyss is down, the Wraith is pretty happy. And, I mean, just look at this. AA Mustangs onto level 4 Phoenix with 20,000 HP each. That's what I love about Improved Phoenix. They're just so freaking tanky. They don't care. Additional deployment is nice. Incendiary is extra nice into Mustangs. Another EM for my opponent. You know that's going to happen. Okay. I have my opponent down to 1400. I need to have a single round. Most of my opponent's engagement happened around the line, so I was being a little bit greedy by pushing this a little bit further up. I could have had it on the line. That would have been a safe option, but I wanted to be greedy. My opponent is smartly adding shields to defend against that. But that was only 1 shield, which means this fire is going to land. Alright, we got a level 5 Phoenix now, 44k per shot, so almost 90k shots per volley from the 2 of them. Against a level 3 Phoenix, it takes 4 shots to bring it down. These are pretty insane numbers. On the other hand, we have a level 3 Phoenix with laser sight, 170 meters. Also pretty insane. We'll see how this goes. Alright, crawlers up front to absorb that initial volley of the rockets. And now all these Mustangs are going down. This is fantastic, which means the center is clear of Mustangs. And now my air chaff are becoming a little bit more useful once again. Alright. Level 3 Wraith. Can you survive? Yes. Phoenix is getting locked on. Level 3 Wraith is still surviving. That is amazing. Okay, we got high level Phoenixes trying to bring these guys down. A few more shots, and there it goes. Okay, getting stuck on Mustangs a little bit. I think some of my wasps are going to fly over to the tower, which is good. Ooh, I don't like that. This is like a perfect line for the Abyss swipe. No. Ouch. Oh, one of these Phoenixes, the hero Phoenix, was able to land that final shot and kill the level 3 Abyss. Boats. Finally, we have an answer. All right, so it's boats for my opponent. For me, I also, what did I take? Oh, I took the saber tooth. I wanted the saber cash. Boats would probably be nice here. But saber cash is also nice. That allows you to get even more phoenixes. I mean, at some point, you're just going to have enough phoenixes to pretty much chaff clear on your own, right? So here's more phoenixes. Here's even more tower levels. I'm now up to level 4. You know what? Let's just bring them all the way up to level 5. So level 5 does what? 1 second debuff, which is nothing. You can kill my tower. I get paralyzed for 1 second. And I'm right back into the action. A bunch of missiles. Want to get that fang. Want to get this fang. Alright, the armies clash. 4 abysses. Single level 3 overlord. The overlord for my opponent is not that meaningful at the moment because it doesn't have any tech. And it just gets shut down by these phoenixes once they can connect. The abysses are falling due to high level phoenixes. The Mustangs though, they're the real MVP, staying all the way till the end. And I just don't have a good answer to it. Like, I could go, like, I don't know, late Wraith? Or I could go late Stonecallers with HE. I mean, it forces my opponent to put down AM devices or just get, like, AM Mustangs. Alright. Pretty good round. Just chipping away here. At 212 HP. We got quick cooldown. I'm surprised my opponent didn't take quick cooldown, but oh, I guess his other EM is 3 rounds away. So one of his EM is off cooldown, and I know, knowing that the EM is off cooldown and knowing that we're like this late into the game, I just can't afford to have that happening. So what I end up doing was unlock the boat. We're gonna get 2 more boats. And they're going to get Photon. My opponent ended up double teching the boats to get a little bit more chaff clear. Hopefully can kill this Wraith a little bit faster. But keep in mind though, I mean, this guy is like 100k HP with armor. Very, very tanky stuff. He actually sold one of the Abyss. That is so interesting. Just pivoted into boat carry instead of the Abyss. He took the disintegration, so the first one didn't hit anything, but with the second one, it should hit some of his Wraith, bringing them down to lower HP. I think it's 20% for everything it touches. So now all of a sudden, this is like, holy crap, that's actually a lot of HP. Wow. That is pretty good, and it looks to be pretty good for my opponent, but don't count these phoenixes out. Once there's nothing left on the ground, these level 4 phoenixes will absolutely destroy everything. I mean, look at these guys. Like, they are so tanky. 28,000 HP. Like, they will definitely murder these level 1 boats. But hey, you know what? We don't even need them. Level 6 Wraith, 162,000. Coming in for the rescue. And that's it. It's a 12 rounder. Pretty epic game. For a while, I wasn't sure if it's the right move just to keep going with these 2 type of units. I have no solution to the late chaff clear. But I was able to pull through, and it was it felt pretty good after that. So I hope you enjoyed this game. And if you want to see another epic game, here's one for you. And I will see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.